Hi everybody. Today we're going to be talking about undertone. There can be a little bit of confusion in this department in that sometimes it's easy to get undertone and skin tone confused. Undertone typically falls into three categories: cool, which would be blue undertones; neutral, which I'll come back to; and warm. Warm are golden undertones, okay? Neutral would be a combination of blue and gold undertones. There is an additional category that's called olive skin tone. And I'm going to talk to you about, if you are an olive skin tone, how you will know that. Undertone will never change. Skin tone changes. Skin tone is often labeled as ivory, beige, or bronze, or light, medium, or dark. That is skin tone. So you can be somebody who in May, you start out the month an ivory skin tone, but then at the end of the month, you go to Florida for a week and you finish out May with a beige skin tone. See what I mean? The sun and a lot of other factors can affect your skin tone. Undertone is never going to change. An undertone can be a little tricky to figure out, but it is possible, and it makes life a lot easier when picking a foundation color. So I do think it's important to talk about. And once you know your undertone, it's kind of surprising what good information it is to have. One of the first ways that you can determine your undertone is very simple. All these tests are simple, actually. So the first one, you just need yourself, natural sunlight, and a white piece of paper, and your wrist. This is the part of the body we're going to be focusing on. So take a piece of paper, white paper, go to a window or even go outside. The more light, the better. And place your wrist right on the paper. And what you're looking for are the color of your veins. If your veins tend to be blue or purple, typically you're going to be cool. But I would want to back that up with a couple other tests, which you can do after this test. So blue or purple veins on your wrist is typically going to lean toward cool. Green veins are going to lean toward warm. Very green veins mean that you are olive, and a mix of blue and green veins typically will indicate you're neutral. That's kind of what I think I am. I tend to be cool to neutral. I can wear some warm colors, but I'm going to look best in cool colors or neutral colors. Next test is the sun test. Ask yourself, how does my skin react to the sun? Okay, so if you are somebody who goes out into the sun, puts on your bathing suit, goes out into the sun, and immediately you just get this beautiful tan, odds are pretty darn good you have a warm undertone. If you are somebody puts on your bathing suit, beautiful sunny day, you go outside, you're out there for an hour, and all you do is burn, chances are you are going to be a cool undertone. If you are someone that you burn first, but then over the course of the next 2 or 3 days, it turns into a beautiful tan, you are either cool or neutral, right around in there. So that's 2 tests we've talked about. We talked about the vein test and we talked about the sun test. Another test would be a hair test. Hair needs to be in its natural state, no hair color. If you have cool undertones, your hair color, natural hair color, is going to be blonde, brown, black with platinum, violet, blue, or ash undertones. If you have any of those, your natural hair color, you're probably going to have cool undertones. If your hair color, natural hair color, is strawberry blonde, auburn, golden brown, black hair with golden, reddish, or yellow undertones, typically you are going to be warm undertone. If you are a mix of warm and cool in your hair color, you're likely a neutral. And the last one, you guys, is the eye test. The eye test. People with a cool undertone are going to typically have dark brown, gray, or blue eyes. Warm undertone typically are going to be green, hazel, amber, or golden brown eye color. And then the last one, neutral to olive, any eye color. Once you know that undertone, I'm a neutral or perhaps a cool. If you look at our foundations, you'll see every foundation has a letter next to it. C stands for cool, N stands for neutral, W stands for warm. That will help you narrow down your foundation choice. So first what you need to do is determine your skin tone, ivory, beige, or bronze. That's first. Next you determine your undertone, cool, warm, or neutral. And then the last thing you do is figure out what color intensity, and that is where you need to do a stripe test, which will be shown in my next video on how to pick a proper foundation. But it's good to know your undertone. I hope this helps. Please drop any questions down below. I love the questions. I love the feedback. Please tell me if I've confused you. Did I make this simpler? Tell me, what is your undertone? What do you think I am? Have a great day.